as we were. Beth just told me she had a child 9 months after breaking up 10 years ago. This child could be mine.
I know it's a shock.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Do you have any questions? I know if I was the guy in your position, I'd want to ask questions, so wind me with your questions.
Are you sure there weren't any other guys in the picture when we did the dance?
Well, there was your Uncle Finny. Boy, he was a real tiger in bed. I couldn't walk for days. I still can't. He had so much fire. Ignore me as I swoon at the memories.
I stand up. I've had enough of this. Okay, I'm done here.
Wow, so you're gullible now? Good to know. I'm going to use that information to terrorize you from now on. Thanks for that assist.
Beth smiles as I roll my eyes. To confirm, you were kidding?
Yeah, sit the fuck down.
I sit back down, looking relieved. Still, I can't actually stare at Beth. This is fucked up.
Look, there weren't any other guys in the picture. This chick was an algebra queen back in her school days, so she's smart enough to work out dates of her intercourses. You're welcome for knowing someone cleverer than you.
I breathe in and release. I'm much more relaxed again. I admit that's a relief. Beth laughs. I'm staying serious. I'm not in a laughing mood at the moment. This thing is serious. My whole life could be about to change, and if it is, I need to know by how much. Oh, God. I can't be a dad, Beth. I don't know where to buy the formula. I lose keys, or probably lose your baby.
Oh, that's alright. He's been computer chipped like a dog, so you'll be able to find him just as easy as a dog.
Well, that's one plus.
You need to work out when I'm joking and when I'm being serious. Kids aren't microchipped. I mean, Elon Musk's kid probably is, but the rest of us folks aren't microchipped like the Terminator.
I know that. Now.
Also, let's remember he's not a baby. He's about to turn 11. He's going to be taller than your ma, but not taller than me because I have a superior gene pool to count on. That's right, you're looking at Wonder Woman. I'm freaking superior.
I've got money if that's what you want. I could give you money, you could take it. We never have to do this again.
Oh, such a gentleman.
A gentleman should always please a lady. I read that in a book. Okay, fine. I heard it in a line of dialogue in Downton Abbey.
Oh, so you're also a lady in that scenario?
I laugh. I really miss this woman. But come on, you're hearing this chat too. You have to admit, I'm talking sense.
Look, I'm not asking you to be his dad. I'm just letting you know that there's a tadpole out there with your genes.
Yeah, I have a son.
Who I really hope when he gets older doesn't get your massive nose.
Hey, come on. It's not massive. That said, my ma offered to pay me to have surgery on it, so maybe I'm just talking bull here. Yeah, I'll stop that.
I'm so relaxed being here with you. When did you get so reverting and cool?
I think before I joined the army.
No, I would have noticed that. Oh no, you're David's clone. And the real David is buried somewhere. I knew there had to be an explanation to this freak show. I just knew it.
Insult me. That's an excellent way to make me relax in your presence.
Back on our child for a sec. You can relax. Nothing has to happen or change straight away.
Good to know. But I insist on meeting him at least.
Great. But we can take things as slowly as you want or need. There's no pressure cooker forcing us to make quick decisions, so please take a deep breath.
I take a deep breath, and it feels weird, but I like it. If I thought about baseball, too, it'll make it less girly. I do that, yet no names of baseball legends pop up in my head. The only clear image I get is of Beth. I need to shut that down.
I hope you're admiring me while you're breathing. I let less important mortals do that around me. Oh, that's a compliment. There's less of that to come in the future.
Yikes. You really need a personality transplant.
You cheeky shit. This beauty might as well have been deployed by NASA. She's that gorgeous.
Beth flicks her hair over her shoulder and then pumps up her breasts.
Feel free to get aroused. I know you want to.
And yuck. Beth shakes her head. She's amused. I like to make her smile. It's one of the things that first attracted me to her back then when we dated. Her smile still does the trick even now. It's a moment of quiet as the waiter brings us some appetizers. It's toasted bread wrapped in ham. The waiter asks Beth if she'd like some wine. Beth tells him the wine she wants and the waiter walks off to get it.
Aren't you going to ask me what our son's name is?
Why? Beth lifts her eyebrows. What? You thought I wanted to know him? That's madness. I laugh as Beth throws a napkin at me, and it lands on my head.
That could be a Vogue look. You're way more handsome.
I laugh. Beth gets serious.
Hey, I'm giving you clues to the questions you should be asking me.
Look, it's still hard to process this.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to stop the state from being awkward. You should be proud that one of us is trying to be an adult here. Not that I would ever volunteer for that lame role in front of you. I like being a child around you.
Fine. I'll play ball by conceding. What's the kid's name?
Luke. Cute, right? I would have called him after you, but I thought, why should I? I hated your name. So I didn't.
Luke. Yeah, that's a cute name. Hang on. Did you name your son after my cousin Luke?
Yep. He died around 11 months before Luke was born, and I wanted to pay my homage to him. So just so you know, I wouldn't have done the same if roles were reversed. Your name still sucks. That's certified by God.
Then why is David mentioned in the Bible?
Jesus was drunk on his red wine when he wrote it.
I laugh. I'm not even sure what this conversation is about now. It's rolling towards a cliff and is about to fall off. It's kind of you to name him after Luke. Thank you.
Well, you were kind to me when I asked you to drop the charges. I owed you. We're even now.
Why do I not remember you being this cool back then?
I wasn't back then. But this chick for sure is now. I mean, hello. I have every man's attention in here. Except that man kissing that waiter. What a strange restaurant.
Beth laughs. I gotta say, I'm falling for Beth again. This woman is bewitching me. She can heal the sick with just one word, a look at you, and kill you with both. Yikes. Beth is amazing. I really want to make something by being with her, but maybe I... Oh, forget it. I'm losing it. Must be my male hormones kicking in again. Please, ignore me. Let's get back to where we left off in the chat. I still can't believe you went out of your way to name a firstborn after my cousin. I mean, I feel like I should worship you for that or something, but nah. That might motivate you to be more annoying. I can't risk that on my mental health. She laughs.
Cheeky.
Hey, I was being serious here. We both laugh out loud. I don't know how I survived for so long without this woman in my life. She's incredible. I know my ma might find this strange coming out of my lips, but I think I now believe in miracles. Ah, there is a God. Angels live among us. Okay, I'm losing it here, I think. Let's use our brains, please, David.
We shouldn't get too sentimental here. It's not a good color on a military guy. It makes you seem very weak. But then again, that might be funny and I want to see that.
I'm teary. I wipe tears off my cheeks. It's the emotion of being here with her. God, why am I such a girl here? If my ex-pals in the military could see me now, they'd be laughing their heads off right about now. I'm fucking stupid. So will you allow me to encourage Luke to pursue a football career? You want that $1 billion check, right?
Not with my son, I don't. Got it? He wants to follow in the footsteps of his favorite person. His mommy.
Well, he wants to be a lawyer?
Yep, just to piss you off.
There's silence for a moment.
Although I can convince him against that idea if you're confident he can be a billionaire football player like LeBron James.
LeBron is a basketballer.
Can you do it or not? God, I want my Bel Air home. Pro bono pays little. I can't afford anything. God.
Beth laughs. She used to pretend to play bimbos in front of me when we dated back in the day. She did it killer Paris Hilton impression too. This folk is a chick you want in your life. Hey, how much do you need?
I was kidding. I have more money than I need. I'm good.
I'm horrible at reading you.
You don't say.
Take a sip of my wine. Oh, it tastes fancy. I'm not really into it. I need a beer or something. Anything to stop this beautiful disaster from ending or, well, getting even weirder.
Do you have any more questions you want to ask me?
Yeah, just one. Why wait all this time to tell me?
That's a question for your Uncle Vinny and your ma.
That means what exactly?
It means you should ask them why I've kept secrets from you for 10 years.
Why would they want me to stay away from my son?
Who said they did?
You're hinting that they did.
I think you're doing that all by yourself here.
So my family has known about Luke for 10 years?
Listen, it's getting late and I have work in the morning.
I need the truth, Beth! Beth stands up and looks to exit. I grab Beth's wrist to stop her from leaving, and then let go when blood rushes to my groin. Nice. I need the truth, Beth. I deserve that at least.
Look, all you need to know is that I told your Uncle Vinny about Luke 10 years ago.
And that was around the time I was engaged to Rachel?
That's what I remember. Your uncle didn't want me to tell you myself because I could mess up your relationship with Rachel, so I didn't. I protected your marriage.
I still had the freaking right to know.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was fair for us to be the third wheel in your union, so I left it alone. Don't take your anger out on me.
You're a piece of work, you know that?
If you're going to insult me, then I won't be here. I'll leave.
I had a freaking child, Beth, who you kept away from me. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to work out why you kept that vital information from me.
Well then, if you want answers, go talk to your fucking family. Leave me the hell out of it.
I'll never forgive you for this.
I don't care. I did nothing wrong. My conscience is clear.
I scoff. Yeah, fucking right. You had my son. You keep him away from his father. You make up some bullshit about my parents keeping him away from me, and then you magically expect me to believe you had no bad intentions in all this. I'm stupid, Beth, but I'm not that fucking stupid. I stand up and look to the exit.
Before you go looking for a fight with Vinny, you need to know there's a solid reason for why they kept secrets from you.
Really? Sure. This is all your fault. I trust my family. They'd never hurt me.
Well, that bulldozer will hit you on the head. Just don't say I was lying to you, because I wasn't.
Beth takes out a business card. She slams it down on the table and makes her exit. I watch her leave, and I'm lost in her for a second. Then the lies I've just heard hit me. I need answers, and I need them quick. One thing I know is someone will pay for all this. That's a fact. I take the card and walk out of the restaurant. I hail a cab. I get in and sit down. Give my Uncle Vinny's address, and the cab pulls away. Look, if there's one man I know who had a hand in hiding things from me, it's my Uncle Vinny. I'll threaten him with death if I have to, until I get the truth out of him. Later, I bang on Vinny's door. There's a 10-second delay. Vinny's next-door neighbor comes out of his apartment. Jack Tyler's in his 80s. He's broad-shouldered, tall, and menacing-looking. Yet, this guy can pound you to the ground and laugh for days without a moment of regret or compassion for you. He fought in Vietnam. Yeah, he's a former Trump supporter, till he saw what Trump was doing to little kids on the border. Jack is a ladies' man, too. He still gets women even at this age. The younger woman, too. Kind like my Uncle Vinny. I think my Uncle Vinny models his whole life on this man. No, I can't blame him. Jack has a lot of old-time stories that would make your balls want to disappear up your ass. Well, excuse my French, but I mean that shit. He's not to be messed with.
Do you know what time it is? There are families with kids in this building. Find some fucking heart.
Hey, this doesn't concern you, old-timer. Jack steps up to me. Say that again.
Let's see which dock the police find you dead in.
He might be old, but I'm scared of this guy. I ain't joking. I take a step back to compose myself.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's a key under the mat. Get in, do your business, and then fuck off before I take care of you myself. Do we understand each other? Good.
Jack goes back towards his apartment door and closes the door. I hear you laughing like children. Look, you really want to see Bruce Lee kick a young man's ass? No? Be quiet about it and leave me in peace. I kneel and take out the key to Vinny's apartment door. I open the door and there he is. My Uncle Vinny. Alone. He's sleeping on his armchair. I clap my hands as loud as I can to wake him up. Vinny wakes up.
How the hell did you get in here?
He sees the fury on my face. I walk up to him and Vinny stands up and squares up to me. He might be short, but this man will fight anyone to the death. Not that I'm about to fight him here, I'm not. And no, I'm not scared of him. Take a step back. It's not related to my last statement. Grow up, please.
What do you want? My broad's in the bedroom waiting for me.
You know about Beth's kid being mine.
I did not? What makes you think that?
She told me. She also told me that my whole family knew about it for over a decade. Then fucking tell me! Vinny sighs. He walks over to his drink station. He takes out 2 glasses, picks up a bottle of whiskey and pours us 2 drinks. He slides my drinks over to me. I take it and throw the glass against the wall. I'm not in the playing mood. Why has this family been keeping things from me?
Look, we did no such thing.
Oh? So you're declaring me to be stupid? Need to know why I've been kept out of my son's life for the last 10 years? Vinny takes a sip of his drink. He looks to step away, but I book his exit. He sighs, thinking of delay tactics to get him out of this ordeal. Well, that's not happening. The truth will come out today. Vinny, I'm not dancing around this issue anymore. Start talking, or I pick up Vinny's baseball bat. I start breaking your bones.
You're too emotional for this, David. Maybe we should do this in the morning in front of your parents. Let's put a date in our diaries and we'll all get together and...
I want to fucking do this now, Vinny.
Are you really sure you want to do this? If you are, I'm going to say some hurtful things to you, which will make you hate me. I don't want you to hate me. I don't want to hate you either.
I walk up to Vinny and grab him by the robe. Fucking tell me why you kept me away from my kid. No! Vinny angrily pushes my hand away.
You forced us to lie to you. You weren't interested in anything or anyone 10 years ago but Rachel. She was the only chick you cared about then.
What does Rachel have to do with you fucking lying to me?
You were about to get married to Rachel 10 years ago. I discussed the whole situation with Beth and your parents. Beth wanted to tell you the truth, but she had doubts that you would manage to raise your kid while being with Rachel.
Were you the one that raised those doubts in the first place?
Fucking no. Look, we knew at the time if you had a choice between Rachel and the kid, you'd choose Rachel all day, not my words.
Then whose?
Beth's.
I hang my head in fury. I punch a vase.
You're buying a new vase.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
We hid things because we knew you had no interest in being in a kid's life if it came to a choice. You can hate me all you like, but you know we made the right choice for you.
So my parents knew too. They knew all along that Beth had the grandchild, or so. So they have seen Luke behind my back all this time without telling me the truth.
Something like that.
I turn my back to face the wall. My Uncle Vinny takes another glass and pours me another whiskey drink. He then walks over to me and spins me around, but I push him away. The drink lands on his chest.
I know you're mad, but do that again and we'll do some fucking business in here. Okay, sunshine? You want to walk out of here alive? Behave yourself.
I push Vinny back again. This time Vinny sucks me in the gut and I fall to the ground.
I warned ya. Next time, there won't be another warning.
You all should have told me. I stand back up again.
Well, that's maybe one more significant reason why we didn't.
Oh, it better be good.
Or else what, pretty boy? What are you gonna do about it? Why don't you pipe down before Ali nails you to the canvas?
Just tell me the reason.
Remember when Rachel was dying?
Oh, yeah. I think I remember the most tragic weeks of my life.
More mouth like that, and I'm gonna start hitting balls.
I shake my head and take a seat on the couch. Vinny joins me. He sits on the opposite couch facing me.
Rachel's mom saw your ma and dad with Luke and Beth. And as you know,
Vanessa knew everyone and everything in this town. So one day she drove to Beth's house and got in a heated argument with Beth's dad. It was about Luke. Anyway, during the heated discussion, Beth's dad revealed you were Luke's dad.
Yet the father still didn't have a clue for another 10 years.
Rachel, bless her soul, was dying of cancer. So her mother Vanessa got scared that we all might tell Rachel you had a son with Beth. Vanessa didn't want Rachel to know her husband would have a better life without her.
I'm still waiting for the good stuff.
Your dad was in the hospital after his heart attack and the medical bills were piling up. Leanne, my sister, asked Vanessa for a loan, but
Vanessa wanted something in return.
She wanted your ma never to reveal the secret of you being Luke's father.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'm not. Your ma was in dire straits. Your dad needed money for his surgery. Listen, Leanne had no other options. She took the deal only for Vanessa to have her sign a contract that meant she would never ever tell you the truth about you being a father to Beth's kid while her Rachel was alive.
So, why couldn't you have just told me about that when Rachel died?
The deal included Vanessa being alive too.
Jesus fucking Mary, this ain't good, Vinny. I stand the fuck up. I kick Vinny's TV off its stand. It falls and crashes and I walk towards the kitchen. Pick up a fruit bowl and throw 2 apples at Vinny's head. It misses. Vinny doesn't react. He stays sat down. He's in control.
Listen, sit the fuck down, David. The story isn't finished.
At this point, I just want to hit something or someone hard in the face until they're in a fucking coma. I'm sorry, but this day has been fucked up from start to finish, and I'm sick of it.
One day, Beth was doing your mom's paperwork for her new mortgage, and she found the contract your mom signed for Vanessa's deal. Beth, she was heartbroken. She'd always wanted to tell you, but it was your ma who would always convince us not to. Beth felt betrayed big time.
Oh, and that's why she left town.
Yeah, she left town, and then 7 months ago, she came back into town. Vanessa died of a stroke last year, and her deal with your ma was only relevant when she was alive. The contract no longer mattered. So we all decided to tell you now.
Right. Except you didn't. What you did, instead, is you set me up on a date with Beth so she could tell me because you were fucking cowards. The lord of you fucking cowards.
Look, you've nailed it. Look, we're fucking sorry for what we did. No one wanted to hurt you. We love you. But you need to know, if we didn't take the deal Vanessa offered us, your dad wouldn't be alive right now. So count your fucking blessings. He's alive. You have a son. Be with him.
Yeah, like it's that easy.
Yeah, well, I imagine it was like Sophie's choice for your ma too. Look, I'm sure your ma will fill you in on anything else you need to know, but for me, right now, this whole business is done and dusted with. I'm free of it. See yourself out and, oh, don't be a fucking pussy about this.
I pick my Uncle Vinny's TV and put it back on the stand. It works fine. Take a brush and pan to clean the broken glass off the floor, and then sit down for 3 minutes and order my Uncle Vinny a new leather jacket. It's one he was looking at the mall earlier. I apologize for my behavior. Make plans for lunch on Sunday at Ma's. He promises to bring beers to lunch and we hug it out and I leave. Yeah, this is how we handle this shit in the family. We make up as good as we fight. Well, that's how much we love each other. And I walk out of that house. My Uncle Vinny takes out his phone and calls my ma.
Hey, it's Vin. David knows everything. It's all you from here on out. Good luck, Leanne. You'll fucking need it.
Later, I'm on my parents' front porch. I open the house door and enter, and I hear noises coming from the den. I approach, but I can't see anything, so I switch on the lights. That, right there, was the worst fucking mistake of my life. Why? Because I've just caught my parents in the middle of sex. They're doing it on the fucking couch. I searched the room for something sharp to stare into my eyes, yet my folks still haven't noticed me. This shit is like watching Simba watch his dad die in Lion King, and right now I choose to observe that 1 billion times over than watching this horror show. Before you ask, I ain't looking, okay? My hands on my face, covering the scene. I ain't a creep, okay? Despite me not yet revealing I'm in the room. Ugh. I cough to get their attention, but nope. They're still going like rabbits on cocaine, so I cough louder. Then my ma sees me, she screams, she quickly covers herself.
What's the matter with you? You catch your parents having sex and you stand around enjoying the show? Do you know how fucked up that is? Who made you like that, Vinny?
I stayed quiet because we need to talk.
Well, your mommy cares more about her next orgasm, so unless you want to see her aroused face again, you'll walk out of my house.
Ma, I know about the lies you kept from me. I know about Beth's kid. I also know you knew the kid was mine all along.
David, I will not tell you again. Mommy doesn't have sex a lot. When she does, it's like she's going to outer space. Now you stick around and you'll see your dad eject his semen onto my boobies and ass. Is that what you want to see?
Okay, that's enough of that. I get the fuck out of the house. I need this chat as much as a guy needs a bullet up their ass. Plus, I love my ma, but I'm not sticking around for fruity language like that. This man is a kid for who he is to set an example. I walk to my car and I get a text from Beth. Beth's heard that my Uncle Vinny told me the whole truth and she wants to make sure I'm okay. Honestly, I don't want to see her, but I know if I head back to my apartment, Beth and Luke will be all I'll think about anyway. So there's no point hiding from this. We need to talk, to make plans, to move on to the next stage of this play. Just so we're clear, I don't blame Beth for any of this. I don't blame anyone. This is as much my fault as it is anyone else's. But I play fair in my fights. See, my ma raised a wise man. Oh God, I just got an image of my ma's boobs. Kill me. Look, I've learned one thing about the past, it's this. You have to use your past to fuel your future. It's the only free energy source you'll ever get, but it's also the most usually you'll ever get too. But of course, no one will ever tell you that. So, in conclusion, the hurt, the pain, the anger I feel now about what happened will be turned into love. Well, that's all it's about at the end of the day. Love makes life worthwhile. It's the leaves on the tree. It's the ice cream after dinner, the trophy that your favorite sport team lifts after the end of the season. I feel pain. Sure, I do. But I also know there are plenty more hopes out there waiting for me than there is pain. So, I'm taking advantage of that hope. I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna grab hope, but not before releasing all the pain that knocks on my door. This is life. You survive it by looking at the good the world has to offer. So let's fucking do that. I reach Beth's door and I knock on the door. It's midnight. She opens it. She's wearing the robe and she smiles at me and moves aside for me to enter. I enter and we head to her den, where I sit on the couch. Beth's wearing a revealing robe. I start thinking of my grandma, you know, to block any unwanted thoughts. I might be a man, but I respect the women I'm with. As should you, and I'm gay for saying that. Beth licks her fingers to get my attention.
I've told Luke about you.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, you should feel pretty happy. He's your fucking son. It's not like he's Godzilla facing you in a wrestling ring.
I meant I don't feel great about him hating me for not being in his life.
He's always known who you were.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wanted him to know where he came from. I've worked as a pro bono lawyer most of my life. So I've seen how hard it is for kids not to have their parents around. And even though I didn't know when you'd meet Luke, I always knew you would.
But did he know he'd meet me?
Well, I told him he would. Thank your lucky stars I kept my promise. We're not all angels, you know.
There's a smile on my face, but then it disappears as soon as it arrives. This whole thing is a train wreck. I'm not even sure what I'm doing here so late. You're probably tired.
I'm not. I'm actually wired.
And to make fast and talk to me here.
Sorry. That was a lame attempt to do Vinny's voice.
What if I'm not good enough to be his dad?
You probably aren't. I mean, duh. Not when we're comparing you to this monster.
Beth points to herself, then goes to kiss her biceps.
Would you rather pay homage to me by kissing it?
You make me hate you.
Look, I think you'll be a good dad.
Why do you say that?
Because, like new parents, you'll learn new things along the way. Early on, you'll question everything, and probably burn out because of it. And spoilers, That's not fun.
But then, eventually,
As time goes by, your thoughts will become gut reactions, and then before you know it, you're a pro like Supermom here.
huh?
But seriously, don't expect to be as great as me, because when you get to that position of thoughts, I will strike you down, rip out your heart, and eat it like a zombie.
Beth does an evil laugh. I stare at her for a moment. Yeah, I think I might be falling for her again. I'm not sure. Well, thank you for whatever show this is.
I just have one request for you to begin your fatherhood journey. It's pretty big, so listen up. Or pay the price of instant death.
Beth does an evil laugh again. As she does, that hair falls in front of her eyes, and without thinking, I pulled back and realized my mistake. I quickly pulled my hand away. What is the request?
That you, my dear, keep my precious son alive. Until he's old enough to go to college and get drunk enough to die in his sleep. Why would anyone want that for their son? Think through your shit. And I'm a lawyer too.
I laugh for a beat. The tension is broken.
Look, your parents' contract or not, I should have let you know a lot sooner about Luke. I won't forgive myself for that. But you can, so why aren't you doing it? Do it now.
You're right. You shouldn't forgive yourself.
Hey, I'm being nice here. You know that happens once in a blue moon or Neverland.
Oh, so you've developed that admirable trait in 10 years? Did you have to do heavy-handed astronaut training for it? Because it's the only course that would get that change out of you.
Listen, smarty pants, you're begging me to slap you. I might be an elegant lady, but I'll slap the shit out of you. Do elegant ladies say that? I'm so out of practice.
I'd like to see you strike me.
Is that a challenge? In high school, you know I could always take you on, right? And often it would end up with you bawling your eyes on my shoulder. Shall we repeat the riveting event?
I put my hands up in surrender. Beth laughs. We both laugh.
That's what I thought. Don't mess with this chick.
So, can I meet him?
He's in bed right now.
I mean, when he's awake. I'd like to meet him. I'd like to make my first contact with the alien object.
My son isn't an alien. Although he is a huge Star Trek fan. Maybe he is after all. I'm kind of hoping Spock is his dad.
Our son.
Sorry. Force of habits. Nah. That sounds too weird for me, so I'll stick with my son for now.
I laugh. Beth smiles back. Okay. I think this might be the beginning of a new love story between Beth and me. Now, hear me out. We have a connection. You've heard enough already to know that's a fact. You've seen it. We're at ease with each other, and I know for sure if I was to kiss her right now, we end up making love on this couch like my parents were doing earlier. We fit together like gloves on a hand. A ring on a married woman's finger. We're good together like, fuck, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. Look, folks, a dream you dream alone is only a dream. But a dream you dream together is reality come alive. I kiss her. I kiss Beth. She doesn't kiss me back for a second, but I try hard to get her to kiss me back. Eventually, she gives in and kisses me back. There's instant heat from both of us, and I won't tell you where my blood's rushing to, but I'm a man, so you probably already know. We end the kiss. I smile. Beth doesn't smile. She's more concerned with the image of someone behind me. Wheeling himself into the room is Luke. He's in the wheelchair. This is my son.
I had a bad dream. Who's he?
Beth walks over to her son. Our son. Pardon me. Beth crouches down to talk to him.
Luke, meet your dad, David.
I wave my hand at the kid, and he waves back. I guess it's time to finally meet my son. And as that thought pops into my head, we fade out.